Hi, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, which you probably are because I'm new here, my name is Catherine Ray and I am currently working on what I hope will be my debut fantasy novel, going by the alias TCW Book 1 for now, and I just finished my second draft of the project. Yay! I started the first draft of this project in April of 2023, and I started the second draft, working on the second draft. I did like the November writing challenge with it, and so I started that in November of 24 and just finished it a couple of weeks ago. So having this progress feels so exciting and so validating. I did not know how much I needed to hit the milestone and how much I really was not sure if I was going to be able to do it. But draft 2 is done. There's still a ton of work that needs to be done with it, but it is currently with my beta readers. I have 7 beta readers, which is a lot, but I'm so excited to get their feedback on it, see what they find that I haven't found error and plot hole wise, and give me a whole lot of ammunition for my next editing round. But today I just kind of wanted to talk about what I am doing in the in-between time. I am taking a bit of a break from writing right now. So I finished draft 2 of book 1, and the next thing that I'm going to be doing is outlining book 2. And I already have a good bit of ideas, obviously kind of know the ending, the big plot points, but I have not really started outlining and fully developing the second book. This was originally supposed to be 1 book, and it broke into 2 when I realized just how much story I actually wanted to tell. So the first thing that I am wanting to do this month, and the most important, is to read. I kind of took a bit of a break from reading while working on the last probably quarter of the book of this draft. And one, I miss it. Like, it is my probably favorite hobby and I just haven't given myself time to do it. And I really wanted to make sure that I wasn't picking up anybody else's voice when I, was doing my rewrites. So I just kind of, not super intentionally up until the end when I was like, well, I have 2 chapters left. I don't want to start a book and have that top of mind instead of my own book. But my TBR is big and I have lots of titles that I'm excited to get to. That I've picked up and just had on my shelf for months. I also did pick up a few books at my local bookstore this week, or last week, and I'm very excited for those. So number one thing that I want to do is read for rest, for fun, but also really so I can just remember what a book sounds like. Because I feel like I've been editing this draft for so long that I can't figure that out at all. So my husband is one of my beta readers, and he's heard a lot about it obviously, but he has not read any of it so far. And he's saving his feedback for the end, I think because he knows that I'll hound him if he starts giving it to me in pieces as he goes. But one of the things that he has said is that it sounds like a real book. And honestly, that alone, I was like, okay, good. That's all I need to know for right now. That alone is one piece of positive feedback where I've had none. So, pretty excited about that. The second category of things that I would like to invest in and take care of during this time is my physical health. I think I've mentioned some health issues going on right now, and while that I can't really just decide to figure out all of a sudden, I can prioritize sleep, eating well, hydration, exercising more now that I feel a bit more up to it, starting to incorporate my weekly, I used to be pretty good about going on a walk like 3 times a week, and I have not in many months because I have not been feeling great. So just kind of doing those things to physically feel better, because I feel like I was pulling some late nights and eating more junk food and I haven't been exercising, and I just want to feel a bit better. I would really like to get back into going on some walks in the neighborhood, especially as it becomes fall time which is not, we're in East Tennessee. We're not gonna get fall weather until like 1 week in October, and then that'll be it. It'll be winter. Prioritizing some walks, and I would also like to do some yoga so that I can release the tension in my back because I'm getting older. Along those lines, I got my husband one of those like back massagers that you can strap to the back seat of your chair, and it works really well. And I've been trying to use that a little bit because from hunching over my laptop so much, which I kind of do every day for my work, but I'm at least at a desk pretty much 100% of the time with my job. With my writing, I don't like to do it all of the time in the office. I also like to, as you've seen, take it into the living room and outside. I also like to write in bed. So my back and shoulders are just in knots. I also just have anxiety, so that just means you have more knots there. So I was thinking about going and getting a massage, and I think I'm just going to use that and do some yoga because we're also trying to save a little bit of money in August. We've had a lot of house projects come up in the 1 year of owning it. We haven't even owned it for a full year yet. We put in the offer about a year ago, so we're still very new to the homeowner life. And also buying a 1955 house is not the way to go if you're looking to save money in general. It's not, but I do adore our home. So the next category is taking care of my space. Again, some things have just fallen by the wayside as I finished up the draft. A lot of chores and cluttered surfaces from just throwing stuff everywhere, and focusing on finishing that, which was okay then. And now it is time to clean up that mess. So last Monday actually, I really just deep cleaned the whole house. And I mean, I threw away, I think, a trash bag of just random stuff that was everywhere. And we keep our house pretty clean, but the bedroom had piled up a good bit, and you couldn't see the dining room table for all the stuff that was on it. And then the kitchen just, perpetually gets dirty. But a lot of that has been done now, so that's nice. The house feels much cleaner. I still need to do my office. You can see I'm just kind of covering up. I just angled the camera where hopefully you can't see that too much. This is one of the rooms that I need to tidy, but it's not quite as bad. Like this, it's not a very big room, so it's hard to make it that cluttered. But I also want to tackle some house projects hopefully during this month. Again, that will just kind of like make my space nicer. I can think better. I'm calmer in a cleaner space. So, but getting to some of the house projects that I haven't yet, which are primarily, I want to do a photo wall in the dining room of our wedding pictures, because I actually have not gotten any of our wedding pictures printed. So I would really like to do that. And I may do like an embroidery project on one of the photos that I want to get printed. It kind of like print it in black and white and then you stitch the flowers in. But that is also a bigger project, so I kind of want to think about that first. But I do want to get some of our wedding pictures printed and up in there. And then I am thinking about finally painting the kitchen, and that may have to wait for a slightly cooler weather, but I have decided that it is going to be tomato themed. I don't know if you can see my tomato pillow right here, but I am pretty excited about it, and I'll let you know how that goes. Along with my physical space, I also want to do a digital clean out. I really need to go through and delete and unsubscribe from a lot of emails. I also want to do the same with my notes app. I have a lot of one sentence notes that are random and need to be deleted or combined with others. I did organize my writing notes app folder so that I can start compiling more notes on book 2 a little bit easier, but the rest really need to be organized, and that's kind of where I put all of my, oh, you really need to get around to this random task at some point lists, and this would be a good time to have all of that information so that I can do those random tasks. The fourth category of things that I want to prioritize during this month is my mental health. And my mental health overall is pretty good right now, but there are just a few things that I kind of really want to prioritize for rest, I guess, for kind of that rejuvenation. One is journaling daily. I'm a big journaler, shocking, but I also don't believe that you have to do it every day for it to be something that's beneficial and worthwhile. But right now I do think that I have a little period where I would like to invest in it more than normal. If you've read The Artist's Way, I've read some of it, then you'll know about the concept of morning pages and just kind of emptying your brain, really getting everything out, and just kind of letting your mind wander as you try to fill up 3 pages every single day. And I think I could just use a good clear out, a good organizational emptying. So that is something that I want to prioritize this month. Another thing that I'm doing to help my mental health is to prioritize kind of like mindless hobbies, I guess. My main hobby my main hobby always is writing, but I really haven't let myself do anything non-productive hobby-wise. So I would really like to, I got a coloring book, and I want to just kind of like sit and color, watch my YouTube watch later list, and I want to crochet some things specifically for my car. I have some car projects that I would like to make and cutify my car, and also wash my car. That needs to happen. So mindless activities and crafts just to give my brain a rest, let the creativity flow a bit. I also want to prioritize time with my friends. Not that I don't usually do this, but I feel like my evenings are a bit freer right now. My mind feels a bit freer. So I have been really good about doing this. I've had, thankfully, several opportunities to hang out with my friends in the past couple of weeks, and that's been really fun. The last thing for my mental health that I'm doing is going on vacation, and I'm so excited. My husband and I are going to the beach in mid-September, so I am so excited to go to the beach. We haven't been on vacation really since our honeymoon. So I'm very excited to just kind of chill, and he has a pretty stressful job, so it'll be nice for us to just disconnect from work and chill on the beach. And I already have my books picked out for that. Fifth thing that I am prioritizing this month is just starting on prep for when I start book 2. Already admittedly have been jotting down ideas for book 2 for plotting it. I've thought of several ideas. I may have started on the Pinterest board. Not seriously, just casually. Not really putting any pressure on myself until the end of the month. Our beach vacation is mid-September, so I don't know if I will have already started on that outlining process or not. But my plan is to outline book 2 and then hopefully do like a fast draft or a 0 draft of it before going back to edit book 1 with my beta readers feedback. And that's really just so that I can get it all out of my head when I'm really in the middle of it. But I do want to make sure that I can go back and edit book 1 so I can start querying sooner rather than later. Which is super exciting. Those are the things that I am prioritizing right now. Again, number 1 thing is reading. But reading, rest, relaxation, and refilling the creative well, the alliteration. Thanks so much for watching. I just wanted to make a little bit of a shorter video also after my super long one last time. That's like a week to edit for me. I finished the draft on like the 30th or something, and I just got that video scheduled yesterday. So the neighbors are starting to leaf blow, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.